So the next topic is dimensions. There are different set of dimensions under annotation panel. So under this dimension option, just if you are expanding, you are going to get linear, aligned, angular, arc length, radius, diameter, etc. So if you want to define any dimension, simply you can select from this list, or you can give the dimension commands as dim lin for linear dimension, dim align for aligned dimension. Okay, so the prefix will be dim and suffix will be type of dimension. Okay, so if I want to assign radius dimension, dim will be common and just we can go for radius, rad. Okay, like this we can give the dimensions. So let us have a look on the dimensions now. If I want to give linear dimension, simply I can go for linear and specify the first extension point and the point at second extension. So we are going to get the dimensions like this. Okay, so linear can be useful only for vertical and horizontal lines. Okay, and if you want to define any inclined values or inclined distances, then you can go for align dimension. Okay, so simply you can click on align, and if you want to see show the aligned dimension, just select the inclined points and you can show the alignment of the dimensions. Okay, sorry, inclined dimensions like this. So this is one method. And next one is if you want to show the radius or diameter of the objects, then you can go for radius option and you can show the radius. Okay, so radius is 27.44, but we are not able to see the dimension values properly, right? In that case, simply just go for de-enter dimension style. So de-enter, and you have to go for modify option here, and we can adjust the text size under the text menu, text bar. Okay, so just adjust the height as per the figure. Okay, I'm going to give it as 6 here, and just go for symbols and arrows to adjust the arrow size. Arrow size is something around 3.5. Okay, and click on OK, set current and close. Now we can observe that size of the text has been changed here. And if you are getting any commas like this, okay, in like if you are giving any dimension text and if it is coming like 27,44 instead of 27.44, again just go for de-enter, and under primary units you have to set precision, like this format. Okay, decimal separated to period. Okay, then only we can see as point. Okay, after setting that, click on OK, set current and close. Then we can see the changes here as 27.44. So this is one setting for the dimensions. Like this we can give either radius or we can define the diameter also. Just go for diameter and select the arc. We are going to get like this. Okay, and the next part is ordinate. If you want to show any xy coordinates for the figure, simply select the point and either you can show the y coordinate or x coordinate like this. Okay, so totally depends. And if you want to give the x datum or y datum, you can select from the options. If you want to define x datum, simply x is nothing but the horizontal distance. Okay, so we are going to get the vertical representation of x datum, that is at 1714. Okay, so similarly if I want to give the y datum or y coordinate, simply select and go for y, enter, and you will be getting the horizontal specification for the vertical distance. Okay, so we can see that it is varying vertically. Okay, so you can show anywhere like this. Okay, this is one type of dimension. And the next one is arc length. Okay, so arc length is nothing but curvature length. While giving the arc length, we are going to get the curvature symbol also. Okay, so we can adjust in dimension settings. If you want to keep, you can keep it like that. Otherwise you can remove the arc symbol over there. Okay, and the next one is jogged dimension. The last one is jogged dimension. So jogged dimension is nothing but if you want to show radius or like radius for any broken section or the section figure, then you can go for this jog dimension. Okay, for example, this is a broken object. Okay, I mean like a section drawing. So in that case we can go for jog dimension. Let us show that this is a section drawing like this. Okay, just I'm going to give a continuation symbol for this figure like this. Okay, and I want to show the radius indicating that this is a section or part of the drawing. Then you can go for radius jog and simply select the arc, and you will be getting an it is asking to specify center location, so just specify the location and whatever the direction you want to go, just you can locate the direction over there, and you will be getting this zigzag symbol over there. Okay, so this zigzag symbol is indicating that it's a part of section. So whenever you are showing the section dimensions, you will be indicating the jog dimension. Okay, so these are the different types of dimensions in this list. And if you are having any continuous objects, okay, for example, you are having number of lines in continuous chain. Okay, so in that case you can make use of two types of dimension, that is dim continuous and dimension baseline. Let me give one dimension here. So let us take linear for example, and this is 100 and there is 80, 75, 60, so and so dimensions. So if you want to get chain dimensions, dim continue is the shortcut key. So you have to go for dim continue, and automatically it will be continue with respect to the previously defined dimension. If you want to choose another dimension, you have to go for the select option here. Okay, so right now let us select the point, and similarly next point. So you can observe that we got the dimension for individual line segment. Okay, and next case is we'll be getting the dimension with respect to the first point, that is added up dimension or accumulated, or like so simply if you want to get the dimension by adding all the values. Okay, so first one is 80 and next one is 80, sorry, first one is 100 and next one is 80. And if you want to show the dimension with respect to the starting point, in that case you can go for dim baseline. And if you are giving dim baseline, we can observe that there is very less difference or very less spacing between the dimension. So for this, what we have to do is, before assigning the baseline dimension, we need to go for dimension settings again, de-enter, and click on modify. So here we are going to get the baseline spacing under lines tab. You are going to have the baseline spacing and just adjust the spacing according to the figure. I am going to keep it as 20 here, and click on OK, set current and close. So now I am going to apply dim baseline. So dim baseline and select the baseline dimension, okay, from where you want to apply. Either you can apply from the left side portion also, but I want to add up from the first. I have selected the left side, left extension line. So like this we are going to get the added up dimensions. Okay, for chain dimension we can use continue dimension, dim continue, and for added up or accumulated dimension we can make use of dim baseline. Okay, and these are known as extension lines. We are going to get the dimension lines, we are going to get the text, and we are going to get the arrow marks. Okay, and we can either, we can also adjust the spacing between the text and the dimension line. Okay, and we can change the alignment of the text with respect to dimension lines by using the dimension settings. So this is all about the different types of dimensions and how to assign the dimension for the AutoCAD drawings.